and it will crumble under the atmosphere of this planet's gravity. So that chalk shouldn't be able to hold a rock form. It should just turn into instant powder or flour, or it fall through your fingers like sugar or sand because the density is heavy. Number two, they show you a picture every chance they get, even in the movie Superman, where they put the flag of America on the moon and the flag was waving in the wind. I'm going to say it one more time. They put the flag of America on the moon and the flag was waving in the wind. I'm going to say it one more time, slowly. Listen to what I said. They put the flag of America, the United States flag, stuck it in the surface of the moon. So that means they put a hole in it, and the flag was waving in the wind. Where's the wind coming from? There is no wind in space. But I don't want to shock your childhood where everybody told you something was real and it wasn't. See, even in my church, I teach the truth, how to find the truth, how to decipher what you see and what you don't see. So a lot of times you don't see what I'm saying. I didn't see the flag waving in the wind. Okay, then you haven't seen it. It's not my job to convince you. I'm just telling you what it is. You take it with a grain of salt. If you believe they went to the moon, oh well. There's no way, density of the moon, for them to walk on the moon, let alone land a spaceship on the moon, and not knock that moon out of its orbit. Because now you've added extra weight. Anything that you add, like a ceiling fan, spins around. Now, when you put a rock on top of that ceiling fan, it begins to wobble. You've changed the balance. You've changed the reciprocal arc just by adding a little bit of weight. So not only did you add a space shuttle, you added a flag. You done put a hole in the earth, in the surface. So whatever was beneath it should either sprout out or the flag should fall all the way through. Because the moon is not solid. The moon is hollow. How do you know the moon hollow? Because when the moon lights up, it looks like an eggshell or translucent or transparent eggshell called the emptiness, the man in the moon. So they're making up something to be inside the moon. Because, like I said, God says one thing, man says another. God said the moon was empty. Man said there's a man in the moon. God said the earth was flat. Man said the earth was round. Everything man says, you take man's word for it, and then you wonder why when you're up Schitt's Creek, why you don't understand anything, because you're not listening to what God said. Most of you never listen to God because you're atheist in the first place. So that's a head start to lead you down the wrong path. To the moon, fine. I'm going to tell you they did. It took 8 years later than the actual date that they said they went for them to actually be there. And they didn't even go there in person. They sent the rover. A lot of you don't remember the rover. The rover went to the moon. The first person to go to the moon was a monkey out of Russia. And when he got there, he was dead because the moon was so ice cold and lifeless. He was a dead monkey at the controls. Number two, the monkey didn't fly the spacecraft. That was just a gimmick to tell you it's so easy, a monkey can do it. So what did America say? It's so easy, a caveman can do it. Back to fiction. Trick or treat. A caveman. A Neanderthal. Yeah. So easy a caveman can do it. The fiction. I'll give you one more to ponder. See if you can ponder. People believe when you die, and because of your missteps and mistakes and your wrongdoing, the murders, the crimes that you've committed, that you die and you go to hell. I agree. A lot of religions say they don't believe in hell. You ask the question, well, what do you mean by hell? And they say, well, fiery pit full of fire and brimstone. Well, that's not true. Nowhere in the Bible did you see fiery pit with brimstone. So let me tell you how heaven and hell works. You got heaven at the top. Then there's a tube that connects heaven. When I say tube, I'm saying like a walkway or connection, a realm that you travel through. I call it a tube because you travel through this tube as an orb. So you have heaven, then there's a tube that you travel through called paradise. Paradise tubes, if that makes any sense to you. Travel through the tubes to get to heaven. Then there's hell. Beneath hell, there's some tubes that take you to purgatory. So beneath hell is purgatory. That's the fire and the brimstone. But you have to first be judged to determine which tube you're allowed to take. Do you take the tube to paradise, or do you take a tube to purgatory? But there is no hell. There's no tube that sends you to hell. That's why when I say a man has no heaven nor hell to put you in, but we do have a paradise and a purgatory. But you got to go through that tube. If you want to go through the purgatory tube, you're going to be purged, probably come out polished on the other side. But you got to go through purgatory to get there. On the other side, you got to go through paradise to get to heaven. So when Jesus was on the cross, he said, today you will be with me in paradise. That's the tube that takes him to heaven. He could not promise him, today you'll be with me in heaven. So you have to go through something to get there. And that something is called paradise. Ha-ha. They're telling me to take a break. We'll take a break, and I'm going to expound some more on this so you learn some Fact or fiction. So don't go away. I know. Don't go away. We'll be right back with more Baltimore's Talk Live. Back in 2 and 2. Thanks for listening. All right. Welcome back, folks. You're listening to Baltimore's Talking Live. I'm your host, Dr. Q. Co-host is Aaron Green. Say hello, Green Bean.
Hello.
And if you're just tuning in, we're talking about fact or fiction, and I was just talking about fact or fiction about heaven and hell. Heaven is a prepared place for prepared people. Purgatory is a place of cleansing. You might think it's punishment, but a lot of people, especially, you got to look at things as white man says things. When a white man or a white child says, "Shit, Daddy," I'm going to wash your mouth